Chess can indeed be challenging, especially when facing skilled opponents. True grandmasters dedicate years to studying the game, mastering theory, solving puzzles, and analyzing their opponent's moves to perfect their skills. While there are strategies to achieve checkmate in just a few moves, such as fool's mate or scholar's mate, they rely on significant mistakes from your opponent. These quick checkmates are not reliable tactics against experienced players. In this video, we will discuss a method to win a chess match in 3 moves, but it requires your opponent to make 2 critical errors. It is important to note that this strategy is unlikely to work against strong opponents, and should not be solely relied upon for success in chess. Method 1. Checkmate in 3 moves with capturing. In this method, the key piece is your queen, which you will use to achieve checkmate. Your first move is to advance your king pawn 2 spaces to e4, opening up space for your queen to move diagonally. To execute this strategy, you need your opponent to expose their king. If they move their bishop pawn 2 spaces to f5, you can set up the checkmate in 3 moves. Now, use your pawn to capture your opponent's advanced pawn by attacking diagonally, e4 x f5. By doing so, you hope to entice your opponent to move their knight pawn 2 spaces to g5, aligning it with your pawn. If your opponent falls into this trap, you can proceed with checkmate. Move your queen on the diagonal to h5, pinning your opponent's king. This effectively ends the game. If your opponent had not moved their pawn 2 spaces forward in their last turn, they could have blocked your queen by placing a pawn on g6. You rely on your opponent's miscalculations to achieve this 3-move checkmate. Method 2. Checkmate in 3 moves without capturing. This method is similar to the previous one, with the goal of advancing your opponent's bishop and knight pawns 1 and 2 squares, respectively, while freeing your queen to reach h5. To start, tempt your opponent to move their bishop pawn to f6, or their knight pawn 2 spaces forward. In the next move, you free up your queen's path by advancing your king pawn 2 squares to e4, creating an avenue for your queen to reach h5. Your opponent needs to move their knight pawn 2 spaces forward to g5 to proceed with this strategy. Checkmate. You have trapped your opponent's king in the same position as in the previous method, but this time without capturing any pieces. It's important to remember that these quick checkmate strategies may appear simple, but they rely on your opponent making significant mistakes. They are unlikely to succeed against experienced players, so it's crucial to study and practice more comprehensive chess techniques to improve your game. That concludes our discussion for today, and we'll reconvene in the next episode of Get Smart. Take care and peace.